Mr. President, last week in both the House and Senate, legislation was introduced to increase the Secret Service protection for presidential and vice presidential nominees. We all know why this legislation is needed. In the span of just 65 days, President Trump, our former president and the Republican nominee to be the next president of the United States, has been the target of 2 assassination attempts. In Butler, Pennsylvania, President Trump was shot in the head, but miraculously was spared from death. Unfortunately, Fire Chief Corey Comparatori was killed by the assassin's bullets, and others were gravely injured by his gunfire. Then it happened again in my home state of Florida. It is thanks to the incredible work of President Trump's Secret Service detail that another would-be assassin was unable to take a shot at the president while he was golfing with friends. We know that day could have ended much differently. We thank God that these attempts have not been successful. But each of these events have reminded the nation of the dangers surrounding President Trump and the need to make sure he, his family, and those around him are safe. That's why I introduced the Protect Our Presidents Act here in the Senate, and Representative Mike Lawler and Richie Torres introduced the Enhanced Presidential Security Act in the House. The safety and security of those seeking to lead our nation should never be in jeopardy and should be applied regardless of party. That's why these bills ensure all presidential nominees, both now and in the future, are provided the enhanced protection they clearly require and deserve. On Friday, the House passed Representatives Lawler and Torres' bill in a unanimous vote of 405 to 0. This unanimous vote shows that when common sense and desperately needed legislation comes before Congress, we can act quickly to do what the American people expect of us. I am proud to lead this effort in the Senate. I'm on the floor today to request the immediate passage of the Enhanced Presidential Security Act so we can send this good and necessary bill to President Biden's desk so it may become law. Mr. President, our action today goes beyond the simple language of this bill to increase the Secret Service protection for our party's presidential and vice presidential nominees. Passing the Enhanced Presidential Security Act today with the unanimous consent of the Senate sends an important message to the American public and the world that we will not ignore these threats, which are truly an attack on our democratic process and have rightly shocked the world.